5 seconds remaining.
Game 2, a slight curveball coming out of Evil Geniuses in their last pick.
The duo of Ice Ice and Faith Beyond here at the top lane. Blink matched up against a mid-to-male Mirana. It's gotta be dope. Stun comes out, disruption. They are gonna be able to get a decent amount of damage already onto Ice Ice. He's already leveled the heal, so he's in serious trouble. Crit will be able to pick up the first blood. And
from being spawned, Crit, he's in deep.
Yeah, he really is. Ice Ice. Crit is actually hasted up here, but he's going to be, Faith Beyond not quite there. The arrow's going to land on Ice Ice, and unfortunately, Faith Beyond, he's stuck behind his own dying ally.
Having a Lycan, especially on the Radiant side, we've seen this a time or two. He can go ahead and neutral. Still, though, the supports are going to be able to find him. Will they have enough to be able to bring him down? With the Diabolic Edict, might be possible. The arrow barely going to miss. Not quite fast enough, but he might still be able to run Blink down. With the extra couple of right clicks, they will be able to deliver. Kill opportunity if the supports can set something up. But they're trying to go on bottom right now. Universe is going to be glimpsed back outside of his cogs. The Fairy Fire and the Disruption will be the save, but Shadow actually comes forward, goes for the Shukuchi, and last right click will be able to finish him off, but Shadow, he just sacrifices his life unless the Shell Grave can save him. Shukuchi up in a second here. The Diabolic Edict is delivering. Can he just get a little bit more damage? He couldn't get it. The healing salve will be there, and Shadow will
save Universe's life, and Universe right back down to the bottom lane, and Crit will get an observer ward behind enemy lines, but immediately dewarded by Y.
Evil Genius is just going to keep on going. They're going to get the Disruption off to the Shukuchi. This is perfect. They actually hit the stun or the cogs. They miss both though. Shadow is now able to get some distance away. Another Shukuchi coming up, and he will be able to get a little bit away, but there's a counter ward there. He didn't expect that one, and Ice Ice could not possibly save his core, nor can he save himself here, as he is just going to be down by the lead into the supports being able to have a lot of gold to be able to work with. And well, there's the ultimate finally used out by Blink. It looks like Crit's going to be run down. He's actually trying to go for a quick TP. Maybe Blink can finish him off. Still, no, he gets away.
With the aid of a siege creep, and top lane, Y in no man's land.
He certainly is. An easy cleanup kill for EG. They've already taken. They may not be expecting this full wrap from top lane behind the tier 1 towers. They're going to be able to lead off with the Disruption. Arrow is going to be able to land. Ice Ice doesn't stand a chance in hell to be able to have a brawl here inside the jungle. The question is, who's going to be able to find the initiation? Shukuchi goes down. They're going to be able to send poor Crit all the way back deeper inside the jungle. They're going to try and run him down, but he actually has a ward. They'll be able to just TP out.
And using the Luna's early game ability to take down all these towers, combined with the Lush Track, these towers are all gone.
They certainly are. 10 minutes already. Top 2 net worth on the board for our Luna and our Mirana by a large margin.
They're also lacking a lot of damage. No weave up on the Dazzle yet, and no medallion up on others like Crit.
That's not where you want to be. Ooh. He ran into a smoke though, so Evil Genius is the rest of them.
Position of Wings. Looks like they're trying to give Y, which they desperately need, the Disruptor level 6. Trying to give him a lot of solo experiences. That's really the only way they can contest Evil Geniuses, it seems like, at this point. EG have a full firepower at this point.
He also might be able to stop TPs if they TP back to defend against the Lycan. Lycan already did take down that T1 tower in the mid lane, so something going the way of Wings, and Y looks like he's just going to be able to leech almost a
wrap through into that ancient area. See if they can grab someone in the off-lane camp, or maybe run into Shadow here. They actually have the already kind of ward laid out. Push shot misses, but it doesn't seem to matter. They can blow up these squishy agility heroes.
Mirana, and looks like Luna going for that Yasha and Demanda style, but they are way stronger than Wings at the moment, unless Crit gets caught out.
Oh, but the Disruption goes down first, and now the arrow is going to nail Y. No opportunity for a Static Storm. +1 going to be caught. Universe manages to snatch up Ice Ice. Tries to get off the Shallow Grave. Going to be blown up too quick. Evil Geniuses take 2 right in front of a tier 2 tower. Race here for Wings. They can't exactly blow up Roshan. Maybe they can. This amplified damage is allowing them to beat down Rosh so quickly with the help of the Swarm as well. It's already so low, but the arrow's about to come in and already nailed Shadow. Now the follow-up's going to start coming in. Rocket, both shot, ready to go from the Universe. Static Storm laid out, but a little bit off the mark. They are going to be able to jump into Cogs, but the stage has already been taken, and Y is on the retreat, but he's been taken out by EG. EG members just swarming into the Roshan pit. They're going to be able to grab all their Wings heroes inside, and that's going to be a metamorphosis. You behind the Lycan, he has no shapeshift to be able to get out of here, so that's going to be a 3rd hero down for Wings. Evil Geniuses, even if they lose Roshan, they clean up on Wings heroes.
And we can also build greedier on Luna when she feels ahead as well. Manta into Butterfly, leaving the BKB for later. Wings station up really nicely here with counter ward in place. They're going to be able to immediately jump onto Sumail. The Static Storm is laid out, so the Disruption will not be able to save Sumail immediately. They need to be able to get a little bit better, and that's where the sun comes in. Nice play from the left track, and they just run over
Wings with the help of Arteezy's ultimate. The Eclipse just rips them apart, and the arrow's next. Why? No retreat for Wings. Evil Geniuses cut off the head, 3-17, 18 minutes in.
The Evil Geniuses, with the way they're playing, right, they're controlling so much of the right hand and bottom half of the map that they know they need the vision on the other side. They're actually going to be able to pounce here with the Moonlight Shadow. Their counterwork's just not there in time. Now Disruptor's going to be caught. He managed to get off the Static Storm, but it's a bit too late. Arteezy's Eclipse will keep some of these heroes at bay. Nice jump in from Faith Beyond, but Disruption will manage to buy Arteezy some time. Now he turns, fights with a beautiful split earth. He lines up those plays, managed to bring down 2. A TP out from Shadow will allow him to escape, but it's still 3 dead from Wings, and Evil Geniuses look to be able to secure. They're going to go in pretty deep to make sure there isn't an easy escape for Wings as they start backing themselves away. Fortunately, Shadow does have the spidey senses. He'll get out, but with Ice, he won't be as lucky. He's going to be hook-shotted up, bounced back by the Cogs. He attempts something here with the Shallow Grave, just buys his team 5 more seconds of time. But in the end, he will fall 3-21 now as Evil Geniuses.
Whenever Wings places wards and just always getting the intel on the supports before they're actually able to do anything.
And this is what happens when you have a powerhouse support. Clockwork can go ahead and by himself set up a potential TP. He tries to hit hookshot, force ass over the side, almost nails Faith Beyond, but can't quite get him. In fact, he's dying to these necrophones. Zai tries to help him out, but in the process, he's putting himself in danger. He just gets ripped apart by Blink. Blink turns towards the tier 2, but sees Samael's TP, so he backs himself away. Or if he's relying on the rest of Wings to try and push back Evil Geniuses for him to get space. Already tier 2 tower is down. Evil Geniuses are hesitating. But what they don't realize is that Wings is actually setting up. They're going to keep on going, and Faith Beyond is going to sit behind Shadow, or Blink rather, as he goes into the high ground.
He was scouted out though with the rocket
flare. So now Evil Geniuses know there's 2 heroes under the top lane, nothing to stop them from full out pushing. Clockwork is going to TP back and see if he can actually defend these Raxes. The Blip goes down. And Wings, they need to try and stop some of these TP back from Evil Geniuses. They're going to be able to pull for one back. That's going to be Arteezy, but Arteezy has both Aegis as well as BKB. Meanwhile, Lycan is going to be chased away from his push at the top lane. Arteezy disrupted up, is going to be losing his Aegis, it looks like. He's going to be crushed up. Actually, pops BKB, turns for the clip, and he instantly dies. Now he's going to come back with no BKB, and maybe Wings can take round 2. Moonlight Shadow goes down, but they already have the Amplify armor onto Arteezy. Double force snaps gives him some space. They're also going to be able to pull back Zai, it seems like. Will still manage to be able to go on Arteezy. Disruption really won't slow this one down. It just goes to TP out, but they have hookshot to be able to stop this BKB TP out. So Blink maybe in some serious trouble. He's going to have to try and get some sort of play here to eat through the cogs and still get out. He doesn't even pop the BKB.
The Lotus Orb is also going to be very problematic because that dispels the amplifies, and it's as good as like 15 armor.
Clockwork spotted out a few members. Rocket Flare there on the Disruptor. Not leading out with a hookshot just yet. Another Moonlight Shadow going to be used here. Hookshot actually going to miss out. Universe missing the mark once again, and maybe pop because of it. First goes down. They actually managed to see the Luna, and they initiate onto him already down to half HP, but it pops BKB and turns. The Eclipse goes out, and he starts chasing down heroes. They will manage to get a Yules onto the Slardar setting up, but he actually BKBs. Now he turns for the crush. Arteezy's BKB is down. The Disruption goes down, but they're just going to be able to surround Arteezy. He heads himself to the trees, trying to block out the path as best as possible. Turns and fights. Maybe he can actually fight through this one. Blink. No, it's just going to be too much damage. Arteezy falls, but he dished out a hell of a beating onto Wings, and they are going to be forced back as the rest of Evil Geniuses, they still have Samael. Zai is looking real low. Shadow's actually feeling confident. He's going to be able to jump forward. Faith Beyond nails Samael. Doesn't actually die. They kill Samael. They got him dead right to first. He pops forward with the blade mill. He sees all these low heroes, and he just wants at least one of them. Ice will be the kill. Faith Beyond doesn't get hit by the shots. Battery Assault not lucky enough, and they'll be able to get a full wipe onto Evil Geniuses. And what the hell did Wings lose out of that? A Disruptor and a Dazzle. Evil Geniuses were sending illusions out there. They actually paused momentarily. They're not sure how many heroes are inside the base and how many heroes are actually behind the Weaver. Shadow will manage to get that tier 1 tower. Evil Geniuses committing nothing but illusions to chip away at that tier 3.
Are they going to be able to kite the BKBs? Do they think they have enough physical damage to break through the BKBs even with Weave? I think it's safer to kite and just constantly send illusions and try and get them to blow cooldowns.
Right.
Or split push, so they're split up. That's the 2 ways that they want to fight. BKB rush with mass armor from the Weave, or split push so they're not fighting as 5. And their lanes are just barely past the river on the top lane at least, and that's not going to be enough for EG to back up. And with one lane already down and with T3 pretty much already dead, I don't think they can avoid this.
They may be getting stronger, but once that tier 3 tower is down, and it sets the stage for a team fight that you don't want to take, even though it's based around your base.
So in theory, this Luna should not die. She has Satanic BKB Butterfly. They don't have any MKBs yet, and they have Defensive Disruption, and an Aegis. They will see it right now, although kind of hard to see against Luna's blue hero.
TI champions. One game down in this single elimination, best of 3. The hardest fight ahead is already, you can see the Moonglaives, and now the hook shot to the back line. Shadow's been caught, bounced out. He can't even use his ultimate as he'll still stick around the same HP, so they're going to lose a full lane of Brax there. And no real committal whatsoever, almost taking down Faith Beyond. Evil Geniuses, one lane of Brax is all that separates them from being able to get Mega Creeps in what should be an inevitable win for Evil Genius in this series. Scouting arrow goes out, disruption laid down, but Faith Beyond is going to be able to hit the stun immediately afterwards. They can get a lot of damage onto RTZ because of this, but he pops the Manta, just keeps on going, knowing that if he can kill this tier 3 tower, look at the damage bounce across the back line. Now the hook shot, it does stop too. Universe locks him inside the cogs and lets RTZ go straight for the Raxes. He knows he do not have to win this team fight. All they have to do is get the Raxes down and they'll be able to have Megas. Sumail distracting some of the heroes, the Wings, but the Raxes are down, and now the real fight begins. Wings have to fight for their lives. The BKB goes off, but Blink doesn't have Shapeshift yet, and he can't actually beat out Arteezy. He still has that Aegis intact. And now Wings are going to have to fight against Mega Creeps and against a very, very big Evil Geniuses underneath the ground of their tier 4 towers.
T4 is arguably easier to push with Luna as the Claves keep bouncing back and forth, and they might be too low before the fight even starts. Arteezy still backed up by his entire support crew.
The weed starts building up as Faith Beyond gets his initiation on his side in the back line, but the Eclipse goes down, and Wings do not have the BKBs to be able to defend against this. They have to go straight back to their throne. The bounty, but meanwhile the throne's actually being targeted. The arrow tanked up by Faith Beyond. They go straight for Arteezy and take down that big carry, but the Aegis is about to be finished up, and the throne's already at half health. Static Throne goes down, but Arteezy's going to be gifted a disruption. Just more damage to lay into Throne. Wings desperately trying to take out these big damage dealers, but they just can't do it in time. They call the GG, and Wings, we will say goodbye to them here at the Boston Major as Evil Geniuses bring down the TI champs 2-0.
The Bane, that is SD Luna, reigns supreme yet again, and its strengths well showcased in this lineup as EG find themselves out of their drafting rut and onto a 2-0 sweep.
They may have been favored by the analysts, but here on their home turf, the crowd is certainly enjoying a blue win on stage.